Yo guys, welcome once again to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you are going to set up your NT5 platform, on how you are going to mark out your chart, like the trend lines, the trends of the market, the key levels, and so on. And I'm also going to show you on how you are going to take your first trade, so you wouldn't miss any of these that I have mentioned. So make sure that you watch this video from the beginning to the end, so that you're going to understand step by step on how I'm going to be teaching you all of this thing in this video. Okay, so I've received so many messages about this that I should do a video on how to link your broker, your MT5, so that you guys is going to take my signal that I drop in Telegram channel. So first of all, if you have registered to the link that I drop in my Telegram channel or in this YouTube video right now in the description, so it's going to take you this page, this broker page, as you can see here. So what you need to do is to create your account, put your email and put your password, and create your account and verify your ID. Then you will have a dashboard looking exactly like my own. Make sure that you click this place. There it will show you a demo and a real account. For example, you want to create a real account that where you will be trading with your money or a demo. So this is a place that you need to shift. So after doing that, whether demo or real, so you now go back again and you now click on this place that is said CFDs. Okay, so this is the place. Okay, so and you now scroll a little bit down, then you see there are plenty of derivative MT5 and their financial market and everything. Okay, so I'm going to take my time to be explaining you all these things. On our list here we have MT5 standard, which means the first one. So this is where you are going to be trading your synthetic indices and other forex pairs, major and minor. I recommend you guys to choose this standard, okay, because it's going to be good, where they have synthetic indices and some other forex pairs, cryptos, you know what I'm saying. So what you do is to click on get on this standard, because I have already done mine. So after you click on get, you now click on open. I click on open, then you will see some of the IDs and the account and the broker and the server and the login ID. So what you need to do is to go back to your MT5 and make sure that you have downloaded the MT5. So go to your Play Store and download MT5. So it's also known as MetaTrader 5. So you just click on open right here. Then on the trade you'll find a plus icon, so make sure that you click on plus icon. Then you now come to the search bar and search for deriv. So search for deriv.com limited or deriv limited. So this one here is the one that's on top, or like this on the first, deriv.com limited. So this is the one that you need to search, okay, depending on what your MT5 told you guys. Like I say, sometimes it go as deriv svg, like this one on the third one, depending on the one that they show you. So on the broker you can see the right deriv.com limited, which is this is the one that you are going to go. This is where you'll be putting your login ID, your password. You select the server and click on save password, then you now log in. So automatically it will just log in you in your MT5, then it will now be showing you a chart. Basically on my YouTube channel, before I explain everything, I actually shows an example. Like I have teach you guys a lot of analyzing the market. Like if you open a trade or a pair, so the first thing that you need to do is what, to mark out the trend, whether this trend is going uptrend or downtrend, or this trend is going consolidation, like you don't have any trend, like the market's moving in the same direction without breaking out to continue an uptrend or downtrend. So that's the first thing you need to do in the market. So first thing you have to do on this page is that you need to actually know the trend. Like this is a higher time frame, just mark out the trend of this market. First of all, we'll just know where this market is actually going. As you can see, this is a confirmation of a downtrend, and basically this downtrend has actually ended, because if you check very well, you will notice that this market is actually showing us an uptrend, which means this market is going up, going down, going up, but it's forming higher and higher low, which means this is a trend of a buy. Okay, so you just mark out the basics of this market, which is very good. Like as you can see, I will just bring my trend line here, and I will just keep it right here, showing me that this market is actually an uptrend. Okay, and after that you mark out your key level. So the second thing again on our list here is knowing the key levels. Okay, so where the market respected. Okay, so as you can see here, market came here and sell, and it's reached this level again, so it's buy again, and it's come back again, and it bought again, then it sell, and it keep doing this on this level. So what you need to do is just get a horizontal line here, like yes, then you now mark at where this market has been doing this thing. Like this was a strong support where the market was buying, and later on it now broke out, and this is where the market broke out and it began sell. So it's also respecting these levels, so you need to draw this where market has been doing that. That's very important, and that is going to help you in your trading. Okay, so let's also use this to apply what the market is actually doing. That you see market come back here and sell. Imagine if we have been waiting for this market to touch this level and we have a sell here. That's a lot of money we are getting. And you also come back here and buy and still break out and shows a strong sell here. So that's a good level for us. And if you can see here, market has already come here and break out. And why is he going to sell now, or is he going to buy? This is what you are going to find out in smaller time frame. So I have also do a video about smaller time frames, time accordance, and if you have not watched it, I recommend you guys to go and watch it, and I will also be leaving the link to that video in this description below. This market is showing us an uptrend. Okay, so it's not about entering an uptrend. Sometimes there's a time that we need to wait for a lot of confirmation that if I'm going to buy on this trade, okay, I'm going to work for these candles to respect these key levels that we mark out, as you can see guys. Then I'll be positioning my buy, and it's not just buy, I will also go to the smaller time frame to do a lot of confirmation my entry, because that is very important. If you can analyze and don't know when to enter the market, that means you are not a good trader, because that is going to slow you down on your journey, because you don't know when to enter. Because there's a time that you enter a market and this market will take you down before going to the same direction that you predicted it. So it happens a lot of times, it happens a lot of traders. So waiting and patience also has a higher rate whenever you are trading. So that's why I say don't just rush a trade because that trade is going to your favor. Just wait for your confirmation. There's always a pullback in trade. I want to take a buy trade, so I'm not going to just jump on this trade. Rather, I will also wait for this market to retest and touch this level or this trend line that indicates an uptrend, because this market touched this trend line and it moves up, then it have never touched this trend line again, which means if this market can come down and touch this trend line, it's also going up. So rather, we will just like wait for this market to touch this trend line and a lot of confirmation before we place our buy. So that's what we call patience on trading. Okay, patience just have like 70 to 80% in trading, then take profits, and other knowledge and skills also has the remaining percent, which is 20 or 30. So if you have patience in your trading, and it's not advisable for a trader to be trading every day, sometimes you just study the market and sometimes you just leave the market if you can't find your setup. That's how it is. At France, you are a beginner trader. This is some of the things that you need to be considering when you are taking your trade, because it's going to help you a lot. So make sure you click the link below and join my Telegram channel, and I'll be dropping a live signal there. You can choose to trade on demo or a real account. Also know your risk management. Okay, so in this video I'll just be covering all the topics that I'm about to teach you guys in this video. So if you are watching to this right now, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here on 30 minutes time frame, okay, so I'm going to bring out my horizontal line here. Okay, so this level, I'm going to draw it based on my trend line here, so where market has been actually respecting. Okay, so I think this is it, right, real quick. So this is actually a good sense, which means if this our trade is going to come down here, so I'm going to take my buy here. Okay, so I might leave a pending order at this level of 6,563. okay, so I'm going to also drop the signal on my Telegram channel, so make sure you're already there and don't miss out on this trade, because this trade actually show us a good trade on this VIS31S. okay, don't forget, in this video I told you guys that you're going to be taking your first trade, and I'm keeping my word right now. Okay, so I'm going to put a pending order right here. So I'm going to put a buy limit of this level here. So this is going to be my buy limit here, and my stop loss, this is going to be actually my stop loss here, and my take profit. So I'm going to hold this market to the way up here. Okay, so making close to $40, as you can see, and my stop loss is just around like $8, and this is actually a one position right here. So I will just click on it and place this trade. So this is actually what we called pending order, which means if this market happens to just come to this place, it will be automatically executed even though you are not online. So it will be automatically executed, and your trade will be actually live than you waiting for this market to be. Although there are some things that are going to be happening here, which I will be also taking care of, my confirmation and all of that, and I'll also just drop the live signal if this trade happens to come in our favor. So if you're already here, you don't have any much things to do right here real quick. Okay, we are just waiting for this market to come back here and execute our trade here. Trading is not as hard as we think it is. Okay, so if you have learned this, if you have the knowledge, and trust me guys, you are good to go. The only thing you'll be talking about is about funding your journey, like it is. That's why people in my group that are doing 9 to 5, I don't tell them to stop their primary work that they are doing. I actually advise them to keep on working. Okay, maybe from there they can fund their journey, their trading journey, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. Okay, so guys, make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, because I'll be dropping amazing content, educative content about forex market for you guys, because there are more videos that are coming along the way that you shouldn't miss. Okay, thank you for the support, thank you for the 100 subscribers, and guys, let's all keep up the good work. See you guys on my next video.